that videos are coming up right now. So if you're somebody that's been absent, okay, or somebody that was sick yesterday or something, you can get the stuff in. They're all of decent quality. I showed them to Miss Cobb. Hopefully, shout out to Miss Cobb if you're listening. Just with the videos, and she said she loved them, right? So that's good. Okay, so today's going to be a day I'm going to do like a very small lesson. Okay, I'm going to do one little graph because you have to graph in this unit. So that's like a putting it all together thing. Okay, to save me a day because then today's going to be work just for you guys to factor. Okay, so that's going to be you guys. If you did your homework last night, Kyla was telling me when she got going, it was so fast when she do like 3 or 4. Right, so like as you guys practice this stuff, it gets really, really fast for the factoring. Okay, and if you weren't to do it yesterday, we can show you how to do this pretty quick. Okay? Can I get a volunteer to show me the first one, please? Okay, go ahead.
She square rooted it?
Yeah. Okay. So this one's going to be, as you said, square root of 4x squared minus square root of 81. Sorry, what did you say it feels like?
2x minus 1. And then do we have to, is that it?
No. It's x plus 5. So what this one's called, if you weren't here, is called difference of squares. Okay, and hopefully you can find in your notes, Emily there, hopefully for that, okay? Because what we're doing is we're square rooting both of them. And the idea, once you FOIL this out, the x term disappears. So you have no idea what's going on, don't worry, well, thankfully not going to have like you do understand. Okay, the second one is what we did all day yesterday, though, okay? And Isha, you're going to go first, and we'll go this way, so you don't have to answer. Very good? Can you give me the M and the A, please? Yeah. Okay, now just a few things here, and this is for everyone who wasn't here yesterday. No, because you weren't here yesterday, so you gotta know this. Okay, so let's talk please. So where did the M come from? Could somebody help those who weren't here yesterday? Go ahead.
When you do 4 times negative 14, it's equals negative 50.
This is your M, and if you did your homework, Steve would have remembered this. I'm just saying.
I did my homework.
You didn't even check my homework.
I know. And the A is going to be that. Now, I can't remember who I was helping yesterday, and they were saying I can't find the numbers, okay? The best thing that I would do, okay, the best thing I do is just look at the times table. 90% of the time, the question's going to be right on the times table. So then we don't see 56 on there. Yeah, go ahead.
7, negative 8.
Yeah, 7, negative 8, okay? So what I just did there, so it's the same as the other fraction we did there, okay? And, but the difference is you're using the M is the only different part. Okay. Now we can go through all the numbers, but as I said, 90% of the time, if you look, well, there's 56, and that's 7 times 8, right? That's generally what's going to happen for these. Okay. Great. Can I get someone else to help me, please, with how to actually do the factoring? Your guys' energy this morning. I'm actually in a good mood today. Yesterday I was in an awful mood. Today I'm in a good mood. I have 2 people who want to do this. Reed, go ahead. Go ahead, do it 7 and negative 8.
I was the one who asked you this question yesterday when I was here, so I'm just
Fine. Mason, throw your English. How do I do this question, please?
4x.
Yeah. I was worried you were going to stumble there, but you never stumble in this class, and you should be happy about that, okay? So if you take a look what I did there, excuse me guys, please. Okay? I'm going to be done talking. I'm going to do about 10 or 15 minute lessons, so just focus on this, and then you guys can try what you want after that, right? So what we did, and great job by Mason there, because if you take a look for me, 4 and 8 go together quite nicely, right? So you couldn't do 4 and 7, still get the same answer, but 4 and 8 look good. So the only difference, if you weren't here yesterday, is that now this is a different number than x, right? It's just 4x. So you got to be careful when you actually factor this one, all right? I'm going to pick on Tori. Go ahead. Okay, for those watching, that's the only mistake I've ever made in my career. Okay, so, yeah, just don't do it. Okay? Since you interrupted my lesson, go ahead, please. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
4x minus 2.
4x and then x minus 2. Good. Keep going. Good. So this is just common factoring like we did before. I'm going to move that up a little bit, okay, if you don't mind. Okay, so this is just common factoring like we did before. Okay, right? So instead of an x squared, it's going to be 4x squared. So it's very similar to what we did, but a little bit more complicated. Yes?
I was going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
X minus 2 in brackets. Maybe plus.
No, because you're just taking up 2 good questions. That's a negative 14, right?
Oh,
So just
And they're supposed to be the same in the brackets,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, x minus 2 and 4x plus 7. Now, one thing I just want to say, if anyone is watching this, I'm just kidding. If I do make a mistake, guys, please, you guys know you're free to tell me that something doesn't look right, okay? So the internet, I'm not a bad teacher. Well, that's to be contemplated, okay? But I don't do that. Okay? Just so you know, no one why I would actually there was 13 views on the first one, and 1 like and 1 comment.
Who commented?
All right, here we go. Let's continue on with this. I have a very quick lesson. A very quick lesson on graphing, okay? So what's going to happen is in your sheet you're working on today, you can graph any 2 of them. You factor all of them and you graph 2 of them. Okay, so just going to show you how that works today. All right? We did this sort of already, but things weren't in factor form. So
When's our next test?
next test probably Tuesday.
So you're giving us an assignment on the weekend?
Yeah.
Please
I
don't.
don't.
Yeah, I'm too busy.
Yes.
Too bad, man.
But like, we have life.
Wait, can I have my assignment today? I'm not here tomorrow.
Listen,
Yeah, me too.
I know all of your parents. None of you have lives. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know any of your
I
parents.
go to church. That's important.
That is.
Yeah,
I
love
just have my
Jesus.
assignment today. I'm not here tomorrow.
Drop it off. Yeah, okay.
Really?
Listen, you know what happened yesterday?
You always say you will.
Stop. You know what happened? Maplewood was down. I didn't know what your class was.
I'll send you pictures if he doesn't send.
Here we go. Example 1. I'm going to say graph. Y equals, let me take a good one. 3x squared minus 2x minus 8 using y int, x ints, and vertex. So if you remember, we did this before, except I gave it to you in factor form. Remember, I gave you the 2 brackets, right? If you remember, we did this at the beginning of the unit, okay? So this is just to wrap up into something we're going to test, okay? There's no word problems or anything in this unit. That all comes in the next one. Okay, so this is just all hard math. Not hard math, but just, physically doing the math. Okay, that's all this test is. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go through this one slowly, hopefully. Let's just see how much we remember from the beginning of the semester, okay? Beginning of the semester, the beginning of this unit. Okay, can someone recall, so I know people that are behind me, they can't actually see anything, sorry about that. Okay, can someone recall how to find the y-intercept? On track? How's it on track?
Oh wait, never mind.
Anybody sorry?
First 0 for x.
Awesome. So all we're going to do is here we're going to set x equals 0. So if you remember, the y-intercept is when you set x equals 0, and the x-intercepts are when y equals 0, right? So you always go opposite. So when you set x equals 0, let me show how awesome this math is for you. Are you ready for this one? Yeah. So it's going to go y equals 3 times 0 squared minus 2 times 0 minus 8. Okay, now I want someone to be brave in their math skills. Steven, this is for you. What's 0 squared?
0.
What's 3 times 0?
0.
Good. What's 2 times 0?
0.
Good. So what's my y-intercept?
Negative.
Very good. And you can just always do that right away. You don't actually have to draw the zeros. You can just take a look at your original equation, right, and just go across and integrate. So we'll say this point is going to be 0 and negative. Now I know I'm going quickly here because we did this before. Is everyone sort of
Wait, how'd
okay?
you get negative 8?
Okay, because if you take a look, your original equation was this, right? So if you sub a 0 in for x squared, that disappears. If you sub a 0 in for x, that disappears. So all that's left is negative 8. No, so we translate. What are you going to say, Lee?
No.
Well, I was going to say, right, you're multiplying like 3 times 0, right?
Yeah, I
So that's-
understand that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like x, so it's like x on the y, right? So this is x on the y, right? And yeah, the last one of just in this form is always going to be y-intercept. It's in that form. Okay? I'm going to do x-intercepts next. Okay? Now you guys are actually going to do this for me. Can someone take a guess of how if the y-intercept was set x equals 0? Can somebody take a brief hint at what the x-intercept is going to be? Yeah, go ahead. So what we're going to do is we're going to set y equals 0 and factor. So you have to solve this equation for me. Okay, if you don't know how to do the equal zero part, leave it, just do the fraction part to begin with. Remember we did this yesterday? Like in my last example, remember?
No.
Look back in your notes, lady. This is our last example, remember we did this, we split apart, and is everyone, was I here yesterday?
Sure.
You don't remember that part? You remember that, Steve? It did actually happen, right? Okay, I'm gonna hit pause, you guys factor, okay? And if you don't know how to do the equal zero part, don't worry about it. Here we
You're
go.
real scary.
My real scary voice? You're lucky. So what we have to do is the only difference between this and the fraction before, stay with me folks, please, okay? Is that your multiply is going to be negative 24. Now I got that from the way where this is the key to this question, other than that it's the very same. Because I did 3 times 8. So that's how it goes. I can show you with boiling, but I don't really want to do that right now. So I did it all yesterday. So.
We did four.
So the only difference when we can everything work 101 after if you want to, but the only difference between this and the regular fraction we did before is that there happens to be a 3 there. So the m changes, and then the a should be negative 2. Now, this is what I do. I was actually just for fun. I got my niece and nephew that are 9 to try this. When multiplies to 24 and adds to the trend in this case. And they were going like, because they don't know the timetables, but they like count, like 6 times 4 would be like 6, 12, 18, 24. So they were trying and struggling, so I know what you guys are going through right now. The simplest and easiest way to find that number is what? If you don't know it automatically. Yeah. Look on the calculator. You can write them all out too, but first check your calculator. So what I might do is I just look around, it's 24. Well, that's 6 times 4. 6 times 4? Perfect. 24, anywhere else?
Yeah.
8 times 3. 8 times 3, right? But again, you can write them all out too if you want to. But for me, this looks like it's going to be negative 6 and positive 4. Does everyone sort of see how I'm using that out? Okay, right? That's what I would do. You can also write out the whole list of numbers just as big. Yeah, so it has to match that this is, excuse me please, it has to match that 6 times 4 is, say negative 6 times 4 is negative 24, and that negative 6 plus 4 is going to be negative 2, so it has to match them both. Okay. Kyla, since you did a million of these last night, can you show me please what you do next?
No.
Kyla!
I can.
I'll do it.
Hey.
You want to do it? Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, listen, shh. Listen up guys, please. Go ahead.
I did 0 equals 3x squared minus 6x plus 4x minus 8.
Lovely. And again, the way that one worked out nicely, and you'll notice on these, that normally one goes better with each other. And just this one, 3 and 6 seem to go better than 3 and 4, right? And still, you can still factor it either way. It always sort of seems a little bit easier. All right.
And then I did
Oh. Go ahead.
0 equals 3x and
Yeah.
in brackets x minus 2.
Yeah, great.
And then 4 and then in brackets x minus 2 again.
Wonderful. You know what? Really proud of you.
So
Good. Are you on your phone right now?
just saying area.
Are you on your phone right now? Are you on your... Sorry, that didn't need to be on. Sorry.
You should probably edit that out.
Oh, don't worry.
Just-
Yeah.
Because
Listen,
you're
the internet will know who I really am, okay? I can't hide who I really am. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. Can I go to the bathroom? To the bathroom? To the bathroom? Yeah, that's all. All right, so let's finish this up, Steve, because this is a part we're finishing up here, okay? So I'm going to start yelling at everybody now, okay? So I'm going to slide over here. Hopefully after yesterday, most people can get this far, okay?
Yes,
So just a
sir.
reminder, so you call me sir now after I yell? You don't have to call me sir.
Well, you scare me now.
Okay, so just to finish this one up here, excuse me, please. So we'll finish, excuse me, please. This is great. Okay, so how do I solve for x now? The way I did this yesterday, if you weren't here, I just spread these apart. So the reason this is because if you have two things that multiply to get 0, the only way for it to work is one of them be 0, right? So what I'm going to do is it's going to be either x minus 2 equals 0, or 3x plus 4 equals 0, right? So one of those halves has to be true,
So
right? So one of those halves has to be true, right? So if you're multiplying to get 0, either the left or the right has to be 0. Okay? Are you okay? All right. Okay, so here we go. So on this one, just solving, x is equal to 2. And here it's going to be 3x is negative 4, I think. So x is going to be negative 4 over 3. All right. Now this is the key part. You want to be using your mind instead of just using your math. Okay? What are those things I actually just found there? What did I actually find?
What'd you get?
The x and the y intercept. The x intercepts.
Well, I'll help you intercept. Very good. So the x-intercepts is going to be 2 comma 0, right? And then negative 4 over 3 comma 0. Yeah. What am I going to say?
On that one,
Yeah, which part?
if you put 3x squared plus 4x minus 6 minus 8, what would it be?
Okay, so just a good question. I'm going to erase this. This is just a demonstration, okay? You don't have to copy this down. But this is a good question. I always say there's an easy way. So it still gives the same answer, but it just doesn't. It's just not as nice, okay? So the common factor, so that's an x. It's going to be equals just x, 3x plus 4. And then this is sometimes tricky for people. You guys can probably do it, but some students don't do that, right? It just, I don't know why that gets mixed up. It would be 0 equals 3x plus 4 and x minus 2. So like, as you can see, you get the same answer. So excuse me, please. As you can see, you get the very same answer, but it's just, either way will still work. I just prefer doing it the one on the left, because for me it's easier to do 3 and 6 than, you know what I mean, 6 and 8. Okay, because we get the same answer. Okay, we're almost done. What do we still need to find? Vertex. Do you remember how we find the vertex?
No.
What? Don't you guys study your old notes every single night? Don't you go home and like read through your math books and say, oh, this may be on my test. I should probably review it. Okay, go ahead.
Is it the axis of symmetry?
It is exactly the axis of symmetry. Okay, so what the axis of symmetry, if you remember, x is going to be, I don't know, 2 plus negative 4 over 3 divided by 2. So where did I get the 2 and the negative 4 over 3? Go ahead. X-intercept, right? Now this is going to be a good deal in fractions. You want to see our fractions? And for those, read, we need to work on the fractions. This is a good opportunity for you. And everyone else in the class too, so I didn't mean to send you. See, everyone's calling me sir now. I love it. Commander is what I want to be called. Commander, okay?
Wait, so you just take what you found for your x-intercept and just fill it in?
Together. Now this one, in this class, there will be difficult questions like this where it's not like negative 2 and 1, right? So this is a little bit more complicated. Here's a little bit of a fraction review, okay? So it's going to be, how do you add fractions? Can someone remind me? Yes? Columns on there. So for me, it looks like it's going to be 3 here, right? So it's going to be x equals 6 over 3 minus 4 over 3. And I'm going to cheat here. So I'm just going to say divided by 2 like that. It's not cheating, but it's like written differently. Okay? Okay, can someone please be brave, Doug, and tell me what 6 over 3 minus... Doug, you're wide awake today, too. 6 over 3 minus 4 over 3 is, please?
2 over 3.
Very good. So x equals 2 over 3. Over 3 divided by 2. Now this one's still difficult. You can do it in your head if you want to, but go ahead.
2 over 3 times 1 half.
You were the commander of this class, not me. Okay. So what he said was x equals 2/3 times 1 half. Can someone explain to me, please, how he got that? Well, go ahead. Yeah. So what we did, very good. So what we did there is we just call that 2 over 1. So I'll make that a little bit bigger. This we call 2 over 1. Okay? And then we flip it here 1 half. So that works out to 2/6, which is going to be 1/3. Okay? Is anyone following me right now? Steve, I know you are, Steve.
I
There's
know,
no-
how'd you
don't
get
mind
that?
class. I appreciate that, okay? Okay, we'll go 1, 2, 3, okay? Okay. Oh, sorry, I skipped a step, sorry. So what I skipped, sorry, this goes to 2 over 6, which goes to 1/3. Right, so 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 2 is 6. Sorry, sorry. I'm taking a deep breath, sorry, don't mind me. So whenever we multiply fractions, it just goes top times top and bottom times bottom, right? So well, 2 times 1 is 2, and then 3 times 2 is 6. Yeah, go ahead.
Aren't you supposed to make it negative?
No, this is what gets a lot of people mixed up, and I should review this for your test. Hey girls, I'm really going to lose my mind here in a second. Just kidding. Commander says. Commander out.
Yes,
Who's
sir.
that? Is he on his phone too?
No, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm on my calculator too.
Same.
Okay, so this is the thing a few people did on their algebra part, okay? The only time you make it negative is for exponents. Because if I hold on, please listen up. If I go 3 over 2, it does not change into negative 2 over 3. Okay? But 3 to the negative 1 goes to 1 over 3 to the 1. So this never happens. For fractions, you never do it. It's only for exponents. Yeah. Yeah. But if you take a look, though, it's like 2 plus negative 4 over 3. Hey guys, stay with me, please. Thank you. Right, so 2 plus, so it actually turns into negative. So go ahead.
I'm gonna download a Christmas counting app until how many days until
Okay, stop. Okay, here we go. So if I know this is a tricky part now, this is where you guys gotta focus, okay? So if x equals 1/3, sub into y equals, what was it, 3x squared minus 2x minus 8 to get y. And I'm going to try and decide here. I'm going to buckle. I'm going to talk about fractions more next. For this one, I'm not going to worry about it. So for today, I'm going to let you use x equals. And don't ever tell your parents or other math teachers I did that, okay? Just because with this for fractions, it's going to get really messy, okay? So instead of using 1/3 for x, I'm just going to go into 0.33, okay? So take a second, plug that in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is it. So it's going to be y equals 3 squared minus 2 minus 8. That disgusts me what I'm doing here, right? Yeah, it does not look close. No. So I'm going to use it. Next year it's going to be all fractions. Okay. All right, so take a second, sub that in for me. If somebody's a calculator, that'd be nice. What are you doing?
I'm seeing how many days until Christmas. No one should take it.
Never will this phone be in my registry. 68 days, 12 hours, 69 minutes, 44 seconds. No Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's do sleep. 69 sleep. 985 days. 1,645 hours. 98,759 minutes. 5,925,000 seconds. Oh, this is awesome. 7.9 million heartbeats.
Oh my heartbeat.
Oh, heartbeats.
Is that because I was it?
Your breaths good. All right. 7 million heartbeats. Cool. Okay, let's take this up, guys, if we can. Okay, because I want to give you guys time to work too. Okay, let's take this up, please. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Why isn't everyone complete? Okay, so what's 0.33 squared, please? Times 3. Go ahead. Paul, answer. Negative 0.33.
Wait, so are we supposed to square?
So the way you do this on your calculator would be 0.33 squared times 3 minus 2 times 0.33 and minus 8.
Okay, what?
You can do the whole thing, that'll work
Wait, can
fine.
you
So,
do times it by 3 first?
no, because the 0.33 is the only thing that's squared, not the 3, right? That work?
I use positive.
You know what fraction you use? So it's probably even 1/3.
Wait, so what was the answer? Oh my gosh, I got the right answer. Woohoo.
Okay, here we go. So what we found now, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, I just want to finish off it.
We
So,
just got rid of it.
this one? Good, okay, yes?
I used
1/3?
the factor.
Oh, you can use that too. You get the same answer? Perfect. Yeah, so the question was, you can sub it into this one, good calling, I forgot to mention that, or sub it into the factor version or whatever you want. Okay? So to finish up then, therefore vertex equals 1/3 and negative 8.33. My y-int was negative 8. And my x's,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
2, 0, and negative 4/3, is that right? I'm glad you asked, that's what we're going to do this one, okay? Yes. Just this, that's all we're graphing this. Is it a big graphing question? What do you think? It's not me, you think, I hope it's not. You let me know.
We're trying to hold their.
All right, forget it. Yeah.
Can you write how you would get the answer to something?
Yeah. Can we do the 1/3 one? Okay, here's that. So what it would be is, yeah, so y equals 3 times 1/3. I'll just do it in my head if you don't mind. This is really fast. So you see it, right?
How many of you have your breath for?
For 11 breaths. So they should find it's 11 breaths.
Do you think you breathe when you sleep? Or do
Actually, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to
I
be.
don't breathe when I sleep. I stop breathing.
Okay, me too.
I'm
I'm just wondering if it was like.
What's that?
You know, we're
So that's 1/3 times 1/3, right?
Okay, wait, I
that's
got a
good.
question.
Yeah.
So is the vertex 1/3 or is it negative
Both.
8.33?
That's the x and the y. It's both of them. Okay, I'm gonna graph this very fastly. Okay. I'd appreciate you. You guys want this, the fraction one?
I'm not done with that.
The fraction one I didn't finish.
You don't have to,
Okay, good.
because that's gonna be in the next unit. I'm gonna leave it for now. Okay. So there we go. Excuse me. So I want to give you guys a chance to get some work done today. So I'm going to. Remember, you guys always said you want work every day?
Yeah, but can you give us our homework instead?
No.
I really, why not?
Because I mean, didn't you guys ever know that?
Can we stop our heartbeat? You know your heart beats more times than you breathe.
Okay, here we go. I'm just going to graph this fast. I'm going to leave this up on the board, okay? So if you're not there, okay? So this is the key that I'm going to use. So people are saying, how do I graph these things? Okay? Excuse me, please. Ready? So this is how you graph these things. If you have an x-coordinate as thirds, you can just use every square as a third. You see what I mean? It's like every square is going to count as 1/3. The same thing for this one, 8.33. It's going to go down 8. 8.33 is like a third. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my graph like this. Line. We'll do a warm up of this tomorrow too, guys. So if you were sort of on your phone today's class, or
We just want to see when Santa was coming.
I'm going to graph this, yes. Okay.
69 sleeps.
Okay, so just so you know, what I'm going to do is, just if you missed it the first time, ready guys? Excuse me, please. Excuse me. If you missed it the first time, I'm just going to count by 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 1, 2. No,
Why are you counting by 3?
just wait. I'll go through it again because you missed it the first time I said it. Okay. The reason I'm counting by 3s. Just
Because
wait.
each
Stop.
one
Stop.
equals one.
Do you talk? Can I just talk, please? Okay. So what I said is here, because my x coordinates are in my thirds, you're just going to have every square to be a third, which would make every whole, like 3 for 1, 2 would count as 1 then. Like 1/3, 2/3, 1,
Yeah, we understand.
4/3, 5/3, 2.
Yeah.
Not everyone does. Okay. All right. I'm going to do the same thing for my y's. I want to get down to 8. So I go 1, 2. I'm going to do the same thing with my y's, hopefully. No, please work. Thank you, I am. Okay, now as you can see, the reason for this is you want to try and spread your graph out as far as you can. If you just have like an 8 and a 9 and 8.33, that's not, you know what I mean? Like it's not, if you can spread it out, do it. That's all I'm saying, right? So if you do like an 8 and a 9 like this, no points in a row. So I graph these quickly, then we can stop, okay? 2 common zeros here. Negative 4/3 is going to be here. 0 and negative 8 is going to be here.
Wait, how do you graph negative forward third?
And what was I looking for? 1/3 and negative 8.33 is here.
Oh, never mind. I know. I
Okay, so the question is how I got those.
No, I figured that.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so just remember, hold on please, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. So remember, every little tiny square is 1/3, right?
Yeah.
So it goes like 1/3, so this one's -4/3, so it's like -1/3, -2/3, -3/3,
Is there gonna
-4/3.
be fractions in the questions that you give us?
Yeah, for sure. You can write it as you do the
I'm
last
gonna
part.
take a picture of this.
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna leave this on the board, okay, for you guys. Okay. So I'm gonna stop this. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Okay, and this is going to be y equals 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. Okay. And we will be doing some graphing calculator stuff next. You know, that does most stuff. Okay, right? So what I'd like you guys to try right now, I'm going to pause and give you guys 10 questions. You're all factoring stuff. Okay, you go ahead and draft 2 of them. Okay, any 2 you want. Okay, so if it wants to be the first 2 that are the easiest, you can do it. If it wants to be the last 2, just so you know, something like this will be on your test, with fractions and decimals and all that jazz. Okay? So, like just like the one we just did, like the different question, obviously, right? But like similar in style to that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to, what for over here? 31 minutes. No one's going to watch.